Gentlemen, I know you didn't click on this video for a casual chat, so let's cut straight to the chase. You're here because you're drowning in doubt and suspicion. You've got a sinking feeling that something's not right in your relationship, and it's eating you alive. I'm not going to dance around this painful topic, because I've been there myself. The sleepless nights, the pit in your stomach, the endless thoughts that gnaw at your mind. I know what it feels like, and it's excruciating. But you need to hear this. You need to hear it straight. Ignorance isn't bliss. Ignorance is like a slow poison, eating away at your self-worth and sanity. So, in this no BS video, I'm going to talk about the 5 telltale signs that she might be cheating on you. We're not playing detective here. We're discussing reality. This is not about wallowing in your despair. It's about empowering you with the knowledge and clarity you need. It's not about jumping to conclusions. It's about recognizing the red flags and deciding where to go from there. It's time to face the truth head on because, in the end, your peace of mind and happiness are what truly matter. So, grab a seat and brace yourself, because it's time to confront the demons that haunt your relationship.
Sign number 1, guarding Fort Knox, when her phone becomes a fortress.
Listen closely, brother, because this is a red flag you cannot afford to ignore. The first sign that she might be cheating on you is when her phone becomes an impenetrable fortress. It's one thing to have privacy, but when she's suddenly acting like her phone is the crown jewels, you've got a reason to be concerned.
Pay attention to her behavior. Is she changing her passwords frequently, even if there was never a need to before? Is she reluctant to let you near her messages, emails, or her social media accounts? Does she always put her phone face down, turn off notifications, or set it on Do Not Disturb mode when she's around you? These are not the actions of someone who is fully committed to your relationship. Think of your relationship as a team sport, like soccer. In a healthy game, the players trust each other with the ball, passing it back and forth to score goals. But if one player starts clutching the ball to their chest, never passing it, and even switches balls every so often, it disrupts the flow of the game. Your girl's phone in your relationship is like that soccer ball. When they start clutching it tightly, avoiding any passes, and changing it as if they're switching balls mid-match, it's a clear indication that they're not playing on the same team anymore, and that's a red flag you shouldn't ignore. You see, brother, trust is the cornerstone of any relationship, and when that trust starts eroding, it's like a crack in the foundation of a house. It might not seem like a big deal at first, but over time, it can bring the whole thing crashing down. Don't be naive, brother. Guarding her phone like Fort Knox is a sign of secrecy and potential betrayal. It's time to have an open and honest conversation with her, or investigate the situation a little more, because sweeping this under the rug won't make it go away. Remember, trust your gut instincts. They're often your best guide in these situations. Sign number 2, silence in the echo chamber, when communication hits rock bottom. Now, let's talk about the second sign that something might be amiss in your relationship. It's when communication, which used to flow like a river, suddenly hits rock bottom. Picture this. Your girl, who was once eager to talk about everything under the sun, starts avoiding discussions about your relationship like the plague. She becomes emotionally distant, and it feels like you're living in an echo chamber, where silence is the loudest sound. This silence is not golden. It's a glaring red flag. When a once vibrant communication channel goes eerily quiet, you need to take it seriously. Healthy relationships thrive on open and honest communication. It's the lifeblood of your connection. When that lifeline is severed, it can signal deeper issues. It might be that she's hiding something, struggling with her own emotions or drifting away. Ignoring this silence won't make it go away. In fact, it can make things worse. So,
What do you do when faced with this eerie quietness? You communicate. You talk. You ask the difficult questions. You express your concerns. But remember, it's not just about talking. It's about listening and paying attention to her body language to see what she's not saying. Find out what's going on in her life, what's been going on with her, and if it is something that can be salvaged. Silence can be a breeding ground for misunderstandings and resentment. It's time to break the silence and bridge the gap. Remember, a strong relationship is built on a foundation of trust, and communication is the bridge that keeps that foundation strong. Sign number 3, the Great Intimacy Disappearing Act. Now, let's delve into the third sign that could be an ominous indicator. It's something that can hit you right in the gut, and it's about the physical intimacy between you and your partner. When that once passionate and affectionate connection starts vanishing into thin air, or takes a sharp and sudden turn, you better pay close attention. Think of the movie Unfaithful. Diane Lane portrays Connie Sumner, a married woman who has a passionate affair with a stranger, while her husband, played by Richard Gere, remains unaware. As the affair continues, Connie becomes distant from her husband, avoiding physical intimacy with him and displaying signs of guilt and secrecy. Her change in behavior becomes a clear indication that something is amiss in their marriage. You might find yourself in a situation where there's suddenly always a reason she doesn't want to be intimate with you. This week it's her period. Next week it's stress. The week after she's just not in the mood. Then it's because she's been working too much, and the list goes on. It's a never-ending cycle of excuses, and it leaves you frustrated and confused. You know something's not right when she's constantly dodging physical intimacy. Let's be clear here. It's perfectly normal for couples to have ups and downs in their sex lives. Stress, health issues, and various factors can affect intimacy. However, it becomes a major concern when these reasons start piling up and seem like a convenient cover for something else. If you're left with that sinking feeling that she might be more interested in someone else, it's crucial not to ignore it. Sometimes, it's not just about talking to her to find out what is going on. You have to take action and go see for yourself. Sign number 4. Battle ready. The defensive fortress. This one is like a flashing neon warning in your relationship. It's all about the defensive fortress that your woman might suddenly erect. When you notice a heightened level of defensiveness, especially when you ask her about her activities or try to inquire about her whereabouts, it's more than just a minor issue. It's a glaring sign that something deeper, something possibly unsettling, is at play. Picture this. You're engaging in a conversation, and instead of a healthy exchange of thoughts, you encounter disrespect. Maybe she rolls her eyes when you're speaking. Or perhaps she's exceptionally quick to deflect conversations. These actions often come hand in hand with a loss of respect. And make no mistake, when respect starts slipping away, it's a glaring red flag. Now, it's not merely about her adopting a defensive stance, it's about the disrespectful behavior that usually accompanies it. If you're witnessing these signs, it's a call to action, a call to dig deeper and discover what's brewing beneath the surface. Remember, brother, it's not about assuming the worst, but it is about being aware and attentive. When you're met with this kind of behavior, it's a sign that the relationship might be going through some turbulent waters, and it's crucial to address these issues head on. And lastly, sign number 5. She suddenly becomes a night owl. Think of your relationship as an intense game of chess. You and your partner are players, making strategic moves on the board of life. When she suddenly becomes a night owl, it's as if she's making moves that you didn't anticipate. Just as a skilled chess player remains vigilant for their opponent's every move, you should stay alert to these shifts in your partner's actions. Failure to do so is like ignoring your opponent's moves in a chess match. It leaves you vulnerable to unexpected checkmate. If your once predictable girl is now regularly working late nights or embarking on frequent work-related trips that don't align with her usual schedule, it's a red flag that demands your scrutiny. You see, brother, workplaces are often breeding grounds for temptation and mischief. As a man who's experienced the world a bit, you might be well aware of this fact. Perhaps, in the past, you've encountered these pitfalls yourself. However, when it's your girl involved, it's a different ballgame altogether. Don't allow yourself to be played for a fool. Keep your senses sharp and your instincts even sharper.
When your woman's professional life suddenly demands more of her time, it's prudent to remain vigilant and observant. Trust your gut when things don't add up. This doesn't mean you should jump to conclusions, but it does mean you should pay closer attention. Keep your eyes open, brother, because sometimes the truth reveals itself when you least expect it.
To see the next best way to level up as a man, check this video here.